Hola and welcome to an all-new Coffee with America. I'm Sasha Rionda. We have a busy show coming up for you this week. Straight ahead, we celebrate Earth Day. We'll talk about some simple things we can do to go green and make this world a better place for future generations. Plus, now that spring is here, it's time to get outside and enjoy your outdoor space. We've got expert tips on how to get your yard green like a pro. And the best and brightest HBCU students go head-to-head and compete for academic excellence in the next half hour of Coffee with America. Each year, Earth Day provides timely reminders of the need to protect our environment and preserve our natural resources. Joining us today is actress, New York Times best-selling author, and noted environmentalist Annabelle Gurwitch. Hi, Annabelle.
Hey, Sasha, how are you?
I'm great. Glad you could be here. So, Annabelle, why is it important to recognize Earth Day?
You know, I think of Earth Day as a way that we get to remind ourselves of small actions each of us can take that have an effect on the environment that are not only good for the planet, but in many cases they are money saving and they also create jobs. I think that's something we all care about.
And how can I help the planet be green on Earth Day?
Well, something all of us can do is recycle. And the really good news is the recycling programs have gotten so much more efficient and more things can be recycled than they used to have. So for instance, cartons can now be recycled. And, you know, it's beyond more than it used to be, like your milk and juice cartons. Now so many things come in cartons. It's soups and sauces and waters and beans, just so many products. Even the little plastic top is recyclable. Once you put it in the recycling bin, it has a chance to be collected and then upcycled or repurposed, turned into things like paper products, paper towels, paper for books like mine, and even environmentally friendly building materials.
And now, why is it important to conserve energy, and what are some ways we can do that?
Well, when you say the phrase conserve energy, I think people's eyes gloss over, so I'm going to make it really simple. What it has to do in my personal life is, first of all, light bulbs. I love these Sylvania LED light bulbs because they're going to save me money because they last up to 22 years. So you don't have to spend as much money on light bulbs. But the great thing is about that too is they also conserve energy. So it means my bill will be lowered and they save energy up to 90% than conventional bulbs. That means that the power plant is using to power my light bulbs will burn fewer fossil fuels and it will release less carbon dioxide into the environment. So that's what we mean when we say conserve energy. And another great thing is that when you buy at Walmart your Sylvania LED bulbs, they're made in America from U.S. and global parts and put together in factories in Pennsylvania and Kentucky. And you know, when I'm talking about energy and talking about climate change, I want to mention one more thing. We think it's this big thing that we can't have an effect on, but I've just gotten involved with Cool Effect. Now, Cool Effect is a nonprofit that crowdsources small individual contributions like $10, and it adds them together from individuals like you and me, and it funds carbon reduction projects. So for like a $10 contribution, you can help put clean cook stoves in schools in Malawi. And that's so important because what's being released into the atmosphere there affects our atmosphere here because it's all connected. And I just urge people to go to cooleffect.org because you can learn about how this very small investment in carbon reduction infrastructure can really help change the environment. And all these tips can be found at tipsontv.com.
Actress, author, and environmentalist Annabelle Gurwitch, thank you so much for joining us on Coffee with America.
Thank you so much.
Spring is here, and as the sun starts to shine brightly through the windows, which I love, you're probably realizing that it's time to spruce up your home. Lifestyle and design expert Kelly Edwards joins us now with her latest tips and tricks to get the home in order. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Sasha. Thank you so much for having me. Yes, let's first talk about spring because that means seasonal allergies. I have two products here from LG Electronics to help you with those symptoms. They've both been certified as asthma and allergy friendly, and of course, they've done rigorous testing through AFA, which is the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America. The first product here is the LG PureCare Air Purifier. Amazing 3-stage filtration system, has a smart lighting system that emits colors that are based on the air quality, so you can check it at any distance. And of course, you can find it on Amazon for $3.49 or nationwide. What you also don't realize is allergens exist on your bedding and your toys, so I have a great product here, which is the LG Styler. This is absolutely fantastic because it uses the gentle power of steam to actually refresh and de-wrinkle your clothes and even presses your pants. It has a sanitary cycle, it doesn't use chemicals, and it's guaranteed to get rid of all those allergens. Again, you can find it nationwide. Of course, one of the ways that you can do that is and do those home improvement projects is to put money into your wallet and tighten your budget. And one way you can do that is maybe considering what you currently spend your money on and then how you can actually save. So you might want to toss out your old wireless contract and go with TracFone. It's absolutely amazing. They have a bunch of plans, but it's a 30-day smartphone only plan. Talk, text, and data for only $15 a month, which I think is fantastic. And it has nationwide coverage on America's largest and most dependable networks, so you don't have to sacrifice quality for savings. On the flip side of that, if you have money in your wallet and you want to go outside, of course you can go with Scott's. Now Scott's is amazing if you want to tackle your lawn because it's making it easier than ever because it has a specially formulated lawn care product here that you can use anywhere you live. So for instance, if you live in the north, Scott's Turf Builder Triple Action is great to tackle dandelion, clover, things like that. And then Scott's Turf Builder Southern Triple Action will take care of dollarweed, clover, and honestly fire ants for up to 6 months. Both feeds and strengthens your lawn, which I think is absolutely fantastic. And you can find these on scotts.com.
YMCAs in all 50 states plus DC and Puerto Rico will be celebrating Healthy Kids Day on April 21st for a fun celebration that will also bring attention to the epidemic of child hunger in the U.S. Here to tell us more is Anti-Hunger Initiative Specialist for the YMCA, Stacy McDaniel. Hi, Stacy. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, Sasha. Thank you for having me.
So, Stacy, tell us more about the Y's Healthy Kids Day.
Healthy Kids Day is the Y's national initiative being hosted at more than 1,500 locations across the nation. It's free, open to the public. It's a time when kids and their parents can come, get engaged, learn tips to stay healthy and active all summer and even year long.
And talk to us a little more about the epidemic of child food insecurity in our country and why is it worse during the summer?
Absolutely. Child hunger is something we often typically don't think of. We don't see it. But the reality is that 1 in 6 kids are hungry in America. They don't know where their next meal is coming from. Kids who have relied on that free and reduced lunch during the school year lose access. Their families have the same food budgets, but now are trying to supplement those during the summer. So summer months are particularly difficult on child hunger. And we know when kids are hungry, they're less focused, they can't learn as well, they can't sleep as well, and there's real health consequences to this issue. But it is solvable. YMCAs across the country can offer meal programs to help kids have access to healthy meals and snacks.
Well, I know our viewers are going to want more information. Where can they find out more?
You can go to ymca.net to learn more about the YMCA closest to you. Anytime you support your local YMCA, you're supporting programs like this. Y's across the country last year, with Walmart Foundation support, served over 476,000 kids, more than 22 million healthy meals and snacks. Anytime you support your YMCA, you're making sure that kids are nourished to their full potential with programs like meal programs that nourish their bodies and also summer learning programs to keep them engaged and active and ready to thrive.
Anti-Hunger Initiative Specialist for the YMCA of the USA, Stacy McDaniel. So glad you could join us today on Coffee with America. Thank you.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
If you're battling addiction, it's not easy to ask for help. It's hard to admit you really need it. Call and end addiction. Call and connect with representatives from a treatment center or rehab facility. Some insurance plans help pay for the cost of treatment. Be sure to check your policy or call your agent to see if you're covered. The first step to ending addiction starts with one private and no obligation call. There are things you still need to do. The first thing is to call and end addiction.
1-800-476-0668.
Introducing the all-new Luminous Silk by Luminous Air, the airbrush beauty breakthrough that will give you full luminous coverage that instantly makes you look 10 years younger.
You're going to see it just disappear. Gone.
The touchless application of Luminous Silk features our newest state-of-the-art airbrush that delivers flawless airbrush results fast and easy with no mess. Plus, our all-new 4-in-1 Silk Airbrush Foundation customized to your skin tone from a wide range of shades. Silk combines anti-aging skincare, hydrating moisturizer, high-coverage concealer, and non-creasing foundation all in one. With Luminous Silk, you get it all to try for $29.95. But it's our 20th anniversary sale. Call or go online and use this special coupon code for a full 33% savings. Try Luminous Silk now for just $19.95. Plus, you get free shipping and these premium free gifts. Say bye-bye to old-fashioned makeup. Try Silk right now.
To order your Luminous Silk, call 1-800-585-1796 or go online at trysilk.com. Order now.
Are you getting the most out of your Medicare plan? Are you sure? Many people with Medicare are eligible for plans that include extra benefits in addition to those found in original Medicare. Benefits like dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free with no obligation to enroll. In addition to hospital and medical coverage, at no extra cost, you could also get coverage for prescription drugs, dental, hearing, vision, and more. In many areas, plans with benefits are available with $0 copays for many services, $0 monthly premiums, or $0 deductibles. That's hospital, medical, prescription drug, dental coverage, and more included in one plan with premiums that may be as low as $0 a month. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free and there's no obligation to enroll.
Call 1-800-603-4622. That's 1-800-603-4622.
The Honda Campus All-Star Challenge is back for its 29th year. It's a competition of some of the best and brightest students from historically black colleges and universities. And joining us now with more is former national champion and current host, Tom Cunningham, along with the manager of corporate social responsibility for Honda, Alexandra Warnier. Hi, Tom and Alexandra. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, Sasha.
Hi, Sasha.
Okay, so what is the Honda Campus All-Star Challenge?
So the Honda Campus All-Star Challenge is the first ever academic competition specifically designed for historically black colleges and universities. More than 70 four-year degree granting institutions are eligible, and after a series of preliminary steps, they are gathered at the national qualifying tournaments, and from those, the 70-plus institutions are winnowed to 48, who come on to compete for a $75,000 national prize as part of an overall package of more than $350,000 every year in institutional grants provided by American Honda.
Okay, and how does the HCASC program benefit HBCUs?
It really benefits them on several different levels. First of all, as was mentioned, the grants for the institutions, which go back to the students themselves as well as the schools and other students, as well as the opportunities that they have in terms of networking with each other, as well as networking with the volunteers, the coaches, and others. And then finally, it's also an opportunity for them to get to know Honda. So they come on our campus, they have workshops with different groups, including R&D, HR, as well as our finance group. So it really gives them an opportunity to network, get together, and also make friends for life.
Now tell us, do you have one of your favorite memories from the Honda Campus All-Star Challenge?
Well, over the last 28 years of my involvement, one of the best parts has been becoming a part of a family where you really get to see every year the consistent growth. We've had students that I've seen emerge from players to become NASA scientists. We've had participants who have become presidents of HBCUs. One of our presidents this year was from Virginia State as a former player. So ever seeing the students and how they develop, seeing the smiles and the hugs and the sense of family and friends for life that emerges every time we come together is a consistent, encouraging moment and inspiring moment for me.
Tom Cunningham and Alexandra Warner, so glad you could join us on Coffee with America.
Thank you, Sasha.
Thank you.
Spring is here and it's time to get outside and enjoy your living space. Joining us today with tips to clean your patio and get your yard green like a pro is licensed professional contractor and host of Spike TV's To Catch a Contractor, Skip Vidal. Hi, Skip.
Hey, Sasha, and happy spring to you and all the viewers out there.
Thank you so much for joining us. So, Skip, where should we start in getting our backyard ready for more time outside? And are there ways we can clean our backyard like a pro does?
Sure. Well, the warm weather's here. It's time to start entertaining. And before we do that, we want to get everything cleaned up and looking great. So we're going to need some good products for that. I love Zep cleaning products. It's what the professional cleaning companies use, like this Fast 505 degreaser. Listen, you can spray this stuff on your patio furniture, your siding, decking, anything. Spray it on, wipe it off. It gets all that winter grime and dirt off, make it look like brand new again. And speaking of cleaning, nobody wants to eat off a dirty grill grate, right? We're getting ready to start barbecuing again. So Zep's heavy-duty grill cleaner is awesome. You spray the stuff on here, you let it sit for a few minutes, wipe it off, and now you're back to a clean, fresh-looking barbecue, ready to barbecue the burgers and get back to the season.
And so what comes next? What about the yard? How do we get it in shape after a long winter?
So Ego solves the problem of that. Full line of outdoor lawn care tools. This stuff is unbelievable. 56-volt lithium-ion rechargeable battery runs all of the tools in their lineup. No more gas engines, no more pull starts and gas and oil and the noise and fumes of that. All the gas power in a battery-operated tool, like this new string trimmer. This is the world's first automated, automatic push-button, self-winding string trimmer, meaning we can get all this string loaded onto that reel just with a press of a button. It does it automatically. So carbon fiber shaft, lightweight. This tool is awesome. Combine that with a hedge trimmer, 1-inch cut capacity, trims up all your bushes and hedges. And the beauty is, Sasha, everything works on this 56-volt lithium rechargeable battery. Ego is the choice to use for your outdoor power equipment. And speaking of outdoors, we go in the garden. If you garden, then you know the name Fiskars. This is the best hand gardening tools in the business. I love them because they have this gearing system. Watch the gear work on that handle. It does all the work for you, so you don't have to squeeze it so hard to make the cut. Combine that with a titanium coating, they're rust resistant. Look at the gear work on this thing. The gear does all the work for you. I love Fiskars in the garden tools. And I got to tell you, after we clean it up, Sasha, we trim it, we mow it, we do all of that. We want to keep it looking green and lush and beautiful. Orbit has this awesome self-timer Wi-Fi sprinkler system. It's amazing. You hook it up to your faucet and your hose. You download the app, and now you're smart watering everything. All your sprinkling is done automated through your Wi-Fi connection on your smartphone. But the coolest part is that this geolocates where you are, and it knows your local weather on a daily basis. So if you need more water or less water, it does it automatically. You don't have to even touch it. All from the convenience of your smartphone. How cool is that?
Now, for those like me that don't have a green thumb, where can we get more info?
Yes, skipvidal.com is my website for links to all these great products and a lot of helpful hints for homeowners on how to keep your house looking great for the season.
Licensed professional contractor Skip Vidal, thank you so much for joining us on Coffee with America.
Thanks, Sasha. Happy spring.
Spring is finally here. Time to get those mani-pedis, shed some layers, and let your hair down. But first, we've got to take care of those grays. No problem. You can touch up your hair in seconds with the Root Tween Time Instant Root Concealer. It's portable, so you can use it anywhere to cover roots and blend away grays in between hair coloring. The new moisturizing formula means you don't even have to wet it before using. It just swipes on like a lipstick for instant, natural-looking coverage that won't flake and won't damage your hair. Plus, it shampoos out instantly. Root Tween Time Instant Root Concealer comes in 5 shades: light brown blonde, medium brown, dark brown, auburn, and black. And for only about $7 each, you can afford to have one at home and one in your purse. Pick up Root Tween Time Instant Root Concealer today at your local Sally Beauty store or online at sallybeauty.com. Up next, we're talking health news, specifically colorectal cancer. What can you do to lower your risk? We'll get the answer straight ahead on Coffee with America.
If you're disabled and unable to work, pay attention to the following message.
If you're one of the millions of Americans who are disabled and unable to work, I have an important message. You may be entitled to receive disability benefits through Social Security. This could mean thousands of dollars paid directly to you every month. You paid in, so receiving benefits is your right if you suffer from a physical or mental disability. Whether you're applying for the first time or you've already been denied, they can help. You'll be matched up with an advocate who will evaluate your situation, handle your application, deal with Social Security for you, and handle all appeals and hearings. Best of all, there are no upfront fees, so you pay nothing until you receive your benefits. There are a vast number of physical and mental conditions that make you eligible for disability benefits, and many you may not be aware of. So if you are disabled and unable to work, call the Citizens Disability Helpline today for a free, no-obligation consultation.
Addiction. There was a day when the word addiction was just another word. If you're battling addiction, it's not easy to ask for help. It's hard to admit you really need it. Call and end addiction. Call and connect with representatives from a treatment center or rehab facility. Call End Addiction.
1-800-899-8048.
Some insurance plans help pay for the cost of treatment. Be sure to check your policy or call your agent to see if you're covered. It's not easy to talk about your addictions or those of someone you care about. It's hard for you to experience, and it's hard for them to watch. The first step to ending addiction starts with one free, private, and no-obligation call. Addiction. There can be a day when the word is just another word again. Your life is not over. There are things you still need to do. The first thing is to call and end addiction.
1-800-899-8048. 1-800-899-8048.
According to the Centers for Disease Control, of all the cancers that affect both men and women, colorectal cancer is the second leading cancer killer in the United States. But with early detection, it doesn't have to be. Here to share more information about colorectal cancer and keys to fighting it is gastroenterologist Dr. Anush Manocha. Hi, Dr. Manocha. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Pleasure. So it seems to be like a no-brainer, but I want to make sure that everyone understands what exactly is colorectal cancer.
So colorectal cancer is cancer of the large intestine, or colon and rectum. And what we've learned is that all colon cancer starts as something called colon polyps, which are benign growths in the colon, but if left undetected can turn into colon cancer.
Okay, so how would someone know if they had colorectal cancer?
So this is the key to colon cancer. You talked a little bit in your introductory segment about prevention and treatment and early detection. The key to colon cancer is detecting polyps, and unfortunately polyps don't give any symptoms whatsoever. So what we've learned is that patients need to undergo a test to look for polyps, and that's what we call screening, or colorectal cancer screening.
Okay, is it painful? Can you talk to us a little bit
So
about
screening is a test called a colonoscopy. There's a lot of myths and thoughts about colonoscopies, this, that, the other. It turns out that colonoscopies are actually very easy to perform.
Okay.
So they are invasive tests, but all patients are sedated for the test. They don't feel any pain or discomfort at all. And what we've learned is that with the colonoscopy you can find something called colon polyps, remove the polyps, and stop cancer from ever developing.
Okay, so this is a way of prevention.
Correct.
Right?
Correct, and that's the primary way that
Okay.
we've learned. And over the last 2 decades, we've learned that colon cancer is actually starting to decrease in incidence and mortality, and it's because patients are now undergoing screening tests like a colonoscopy on a regular basis.
Okay. Are there any other ways that people can lower the risk?
So there's some other risk factors we've learned that are related to colon cancer. Obesity is one thing, and that's related to a sedentary lifestyle, excessive tobacco or alcohol use, excessive use of red meat. All these things can decrease the risk. They can't prevent it, but they can decrease the risk.
Okay, so if people want to find out more, and how can they reach you in the Atlanta area?
So we're a large practice. We're 22 board-certified gastroenterologists. We're on the north side of town. We have 8 locations, 3 endoscopy centers where we do the colonoscopy. The best number to reach us is 678-741-5000. And we have a website, gigeorgia.com. And the best way to get the colonoscopy scheduled is a simple way, 1-888-MY-COLON. Call the number, we can schedule the colonoscopy over the phone, and that one call can save your life.
Awesome. At what age?
We start at age 50
Okay.
for the general population, and we've learned that if you have a family history of colon cancer or colon polyps in a first-degree relative, that's mom, dad, brothers, sisters, you start at age 40.
Okay.
The other thing, one important part is African Americans.
Okay.
We've learned that they start at age 45 because we see an earlier incidence of colorectal cancer in African Americans.
Okay,
So-
lots of information. Dr. Anush Manocha, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it. Don't go anywhere. There's more Coffee with America straight ahead.
Addiction. There was a day when the word addiction was just another word. If you're battling addiction, it's not easy to ask for help. It's hard to admit you really need it. Call and end addiction. Call and connect with representatives from a treatment center or rehab facility. Call End Addiction.
1-800-899-8048.
Some insurance plans help pay for the cost of treatment. Be sure to check your policy or call your agent to see if you're covered. It's not easy to talk about your addictions or those of someone you care about. It's hard for you to experience, and it's hard for them to watch. The first step to ending addiction starts with one free, private, and no obligation call. Addiction. There can be a day when the word is just another word again. Your life is not over. There are things you still need to do. The first thing is to call and end addiction.
1-800-899-8048. 1-800-899-8048.
Are you getting the most out of your Medicare plan? Are you sure? Many people with Medicare are eligible for plans that include extra benefits in addition to those found in original Medicare. Benefits like dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free with no obligation to enroll. In addition to hospital and medical coverage, at no extra cost, you could also get coverage for prescription drugs, dental, hearing, vision, and more. In many areas, plans with benefits are available with $0 copays for many services, $0 monthly premiums, or $0 deductibles. That's hospital, medical, prescription drug, dental coverage, and more included in one plan with premiums that may be as low as $0 a month. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free and there's no obligation to enroll.
Call 1-800-603-4622. That's 1-800-603-4622.
If you're one of the millions of Americans who are disabled and unable to work, I have an important message. You may be entitled to receive disability benefits through Social Security. You'll be matched up with an advocate who will evaluate your situation, handle your application, deal with Social Security for you, and handle all appeals and hearings. Best of all, there are no upfront fees, so you pay nothing until you receive your benefits. Call the Citizens Disability Helpline today for a free, no-obligation consultation.
Welcome back to Coffee with America. Well, for those of you that know me, know I absolutely love to salsa dance. Well, I got a chance recently to go to the Atlanta Salsa and Bachata Festival. 1,500 dancers took over the Atlanta Marriott Marquis for 3 whole days. The event featured instructional classes and workshops for dancers of all levels, from beginners to pro. Everyone got a chance to show their footwork and learn from the best. I talked to the organizers of the event, who told me that no matter where you're from and what language you speak, dance is a language that everyone can understand.
Because in this time and age, there's a lot of division within our community. Salsa can bring that community together, and that's what we're trying to do.
Thank you for joining us today on Coffee with America. I'm so glad you stopped by. If you missed anything, just head over to our website, coffeewithamerica.com. Also, follow us on social media at Coffee with America. You can also follow me at Sasha Rionda. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you here next time, same place. Adios.